Explain one way in which beliefs about causes of disease were similar in medieval Britain to the early modern period. 4 marks. Here's the mark scheme for this question, which you can find out about in more detail in our overview video. But we do know that 2 marks are awarded for AO2, which is the quality of your comparison. So that means that you need to be analytical rather than generalised. By that we mean you need to explain your thinking, not just stating that there are differences or similarities, but why there are differences or similarities, or the significant differences and similarities. The 2 marks are also awarded for AO1, which is your use of knowledge and understanding to support your judgments. So if you're saying that something's similar or different, then can you draw on the knowledge that you already have to explain why that might be? That feeds into the analysis that we were just talking about. And as we say, the AOs depend on each other, so bringing in evidence of your own knowledge to support your analysis is really key to scoring highly on this question. Here are the bands for this question, which again are explained in more detail in the overview video. But generally speaking, to score highly on this question, your comparison needs to be analytical, so you've explained your thinking clearly, and it needs to draw on evidence from your own knowledge to show that you've got really detailed knowledge of the topic. There are many different points you could have given for this answer, so as long as what you say is relevant and correct, the examiner should award you the marks. But let's take a look at an example. So you could have said that most people relied mainly on supernatural or religious explanations for disease. So that's a good starting point. Now, it's important that we remember that the questions asked us to explain. So we need to go into a little bit more detail and maybe make a comment that links it back to the question. So you could go on to say that disease was thought to be a punishment from God because most people believed that God controlled every aspect of the world and therefore also disease. Take a look at the rest of the points though to see if there's anything you could have added to your answer.